Hey everyone, this is Corey from the Android Central forums. The first thing you'll notice in this video is I don't have the fancy video equipment a lot of the bloggers have, but I wanted to put this together for those of you who are getting the Fascinate tomorrow, including myself, because one of the main concerns that I and others have had is the fact that it has a TouchWiz interface. So it looks very much like the iPhone to me, which is the last thing I want on my phone. The whole reason that I signed up for the Google experience or Google phones is because I want that Google experience. I don't like the iPhone. I'm not crazy about Windows Mobile anymore, although that was my platform of choice. Um, but I'd like my phone to be as close to the Google experience as possible with some slight tweaks that actually make it perform a little bit better. Um, and I think that Launcher Pro does a great job of doing that. So one of the first things you'll notice after you install Launcher Pro is how fast it is. So when you flick from screen to screen, it performs really well. There's no lag in there at all. Um, One of the other things that you'll notice when you open the app drawer, you don't scroll from side to side like you do with TouchWiz, which I prefer just being able to go up and down. There's no lag here. I noticed some lag on the TouchWiz that seemed to affect the experience that I was having with the phone. So I had the Epic for about a week. I love the phone. I think it's an awesome phone with a great screen. I didn't have the battery life issues a lot of people were reporting, but overall I liked the phone. But it was even better when I put Launcher Pro on there. So I wanted to show you a few things that if you do install Launcher Pro, some of the things that I've done to optimize my experience with the launcher replacement is I've gone into preferences, and there's a few things that you'll notice in Launcher Pro that you can't do in the stock Android launcher, nor can you do it in TouchWiz. You can actually go into the general settings within Launcher Pro, and you can click on Hidden Apps. And what it'll do is it'll bring up a list of all the applications on the phone. So you're going to see all the Verizon bloatware, the 3G mobile hotspot, the City ID program, VZ Navigator. The list actually on this phone or on the Fascinate is quite extensive when it comes to the things that Verizon added. And you may want to hide a lot of this stuff. So you can go in and you can check the checkboxes next to each application. So you can see here I've checked the box next to 3G mobile hotspot. I've also hid some applications that I use, like AdFree and Adobe Reader, but I don't actually need them in my drawer. They open when I need them through other methods. So, for example, Adobe opens whenever I open a PDF. So I don't really need to see that in my app drawer. I've hidden some other apps like City ID, which is a Verizon bloatware program. If you bought a program like Documents to Go or Touchdown, they when you buy the program, they give you a key, and it actually installs an icon in your drawer, which is really annoying. It's completely unnecessary. So I've hidden the key after I've launched the program itself to unlock the functionality. I've hidden that from the drawer. Did the same thing with Touchdown and VZ Navigator and all that other stuff. So that's one customization that you can do with Launcher Pro that's pretty darn cool. The next thing that I've done is I've gone in and I've tweaked some of the advanced settings. So if you go to down here to elastic scrolling and click the checkbox, you'll notice that when I scroll from screen to screen, there's a kind of an elastic effect as I page through. I actually don't like that. To me, that feels like lag, even though it isn't really lag. It's the effect of just turning that setting on. That's what it feels like to me. So the cool thing is it's based on preference, right? So I can go in and I can turn that on or off. I chose to turn it off. Um, and then there's some speed things here too. So first of all, there's high quality scrolling. I just turned that on. I honestly don't know if that really does much on a faster phone like this, but I turned that on. I went in and I enabled the highest setting possible for scrolling speed. It's by default, it's set to like 50. I want it to just perform and feel really fast, so I went ahead and turned that up. I also turned up the speed for opening up the app drawer. So you'll notice here that by default it's set to like 5, and if I say OK here and go back and open up the app drawer, you'll notice it kind of the icons come in from each side and they kind of center themselves. Again, more eye candy, and it's more of a preference thing, but I like the effect of it just coming up right away. So I go into advanced settings and I actually change the speed for the app drawer so that it opens really fast. I also go down to opening speed down here, and I change the screen previews opening and closing effect to a higher setting as well. And that, I believe, is this guy right here. So when you double click on the home icon, it brings up all your different home screens, and then just like HTC Sense, you can go in and pick the one that you want to open. If you adjust that number lower, it sort of does that same thing with that happens with the icons in the app drawer. So the point is you can fully customize this. There's a lot more functionality in here. If you want to support the developer, pay the $3 extra that he charges. It's well worth it. It shows a lot of appreciation and encourages him to continue development on the product. He includes some pretty cool widgets. You have the calendar widget here that's very much like HTC Sense. You also have the ability to add appointments from here as well. There's a contacts widget that also allows you to. Looks very much like the HTC Sense favorites widget as well. Oops, I launched the wrong one. But so Launcher Pro. So there's a contacts widget that he calls people, so it puts everybody in sort of a grid format. And then there's this we did the calendar widget. There's a bookmarks widget that allows you to, and it gives you different options on how it's displayed. So it can either take up your whole screen or you can scroll through them. So there's different options for how that looks. Where's some of the others? There's a messaging widget for your text messages. It's pretty cool. You can flick through them. You can respond directly from here. So there's different formats for that as well. And then finally, there's the Twitter widget as well. And this guy is constantly updating this program and making it better. So very, very cool. The beauty of Android is that you can do these types of things. You can't do these things on an iPhone. The functionality isn't there. I like a very basic home screen myself. I don't like a lot of widgets, and I don't want it to be extremely busy. So I kind of leave mine pretty basic. But it's really up to you and how you want to do it. The other thing that I'd say is down in the dock here, you have the ability to add programs or launch programs by scrolling through here, clicking on the plus sign, and then going in and choosing shortcuts or programs that you want to launch directly from the dock. So very cool. You'll notice that there's no evidence of TouchWiz here. You'll still get TouchWiz when you open up, like the actually, I just learned something new. Oh, this isn't the Fascinate, sorry. You'll still get the TouchWiz dialer, and you'll still get the TouchWiz messaging app. But even that stuff can be covered up. I use Touchdown for exchange syncing. For SMS, I use HandSent, and all of these icons here can launch those programs as well. There's lots of themes available for this launcher to sort of customize the way it looks. I do not have the coolest theme on here or the coolest icons. I'm just very basic in the way I like things. So that's it. So that's what I'm going to do with the launcher. As far as Bing and all that other stuff we've been talking about, I think there's some things there that we can do as well. We'll just have to see when we get the phone. All right. Thanks a lot, guys.